This is our story.
Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Nerdedness. I'm Shade. How are we doing? It's great to see a couple people on already. Thank you for coming along. I've made a couple of tweaks to tonight's stream because we're doing a bit of an informal stream. Changed my lighting setup a little bit. Hopefully I look a little less red because I keep looking red for some reason. And I've also upped the stream quality to be 1080p with a higher bit rate. Looks all good on my end, but please let me know if any issues arise. But if we keep having smooth behavior with the output, this will be the new format so people can see some higher quality visuals, because I'm trying to gradually get to that sweet point of quality game visuals, not just in the recordings, which is what I've just sort of almost got right, but also in the stream setup as well. Anastasia looks fine. Thank you. Excellent. That is good. I mean, it's 6.5 megabit is what we're streaming up at. So I figure most people should be able to stream that down in today's internet standards. But I do want to know if there are issues, because if it works well and smooth, future streams will look like this. All right, so tonight we're just replaying some stuff in Detroit. We see that the android girl Chloe is still gone. I kind of miss Chloe being weird in the menu, so that's different. But tonight we're going to just replay some random chapters. There's some things that I wanted to test out, taking a different path or experimenting with. If there's anything that you want to see, let me know, and we'll look to potentially replay that. It's also a bit of a shorter stream for tonight. We won't be going for the full duration that we normally do. We'll just kind of wing it a bit and see what happens, have a little bit of fun, explore a few things, and go from there. And Frosty is here. Welcome. Welcome. All right, so one thing I wanted to do is to replay the first chapter. With the hostage. The previous checkpoints will be replaced. Your story will be updated as you play. Do not save my progress. Checkpoints are disabled. Flow chart progression is disabled. Let's say do not save for the moment. Now, I've just got to get the widescreen match to kick in, which it may not have yet. No, it hasn't. All right, so back to the main menu. We'll just kick the engine in the ass, and away we go. Oh, never mind. I think it's crashed already. Wow, that was incredibly soon. Just when I thought I had eradicated all the crashings. Fail. Fail. Am I going to be evil this time? Not really. I just want to explore a few paths, and if there's anything in particular you guys want to see from a chapter, let me know. But no, I'm not really planning on replaying the whole thing or taking a particular path all the way through. Just going to want to explore a few options. Like, for example, I know you can do the hostage situation without losing Connor. We're missing our hostess android. We have a one-time offer, a brand new Chloe for free. Are you interested? Yes. Give us a new Chloe.
Hello. Welcome to the Detroit experience. I'm an android and I'll be your hostess.
It heard me complain. Awesome. Hello, Chloe. We are trying to play through...
This is your story chart.
Yes, we know. We know. Yeah, we know. It's a shush.
What parts you've missed. You can track the...
So I'm not going to... I'll try killing it after Connor after he meets Hank. Oh, wow. For some reason tonight. We might have to be... Alright, we might have to be non-widescreen tonight. It really doesn't want to play game. Does not want to play ball. Think of a better analogy. Alright, non-widescreen it is then. Are we going to see that run down house with Kara? Yes, we are. Yes, we are, because that's also one area I was interested in to explore, and a couple of you guys suggested that we should check it out because there's an interesting interaction there.
Questions? Just to get to know you better.
All right, I rejected this last time. CyberLife conducts a survey to know what users think. You want to participate? Sure, let's do it.
Let's start.
Okay.
Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
What? I don't know, because that... I mean... Don't know, that's weird.
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
Do I think it could become a threat? Yes, but also a tool. But yes?
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
A book, a cell phone, pen and paper, a console, an instrument. Cell phone, but I want to be able to charge it though. That's the problem. Vito, welcome. How you doing? We're just going to do some random shit and random chapters tonight. And Lyrium, relationship is kind of vague. You'd totally be besties with an android. I would, like, you know, you look at the likes of the characters we play, right? Especially Kara and Connor. Both, I would love to be friends with them in some form. They are very interesting people, right? They become people. So yeah. Anastasia, you'd be fine with a relationship if it's a free android, not set up for your wishes. Though to play for a bit, maybe that too. Well, it's all possible, but you know, I'd kind of want one to be, if it's like a deviant, right, where it is sentient. That's, I think, more appealing than some weird robot drone thing that isn't, right? Befriend the Jerrys, yes. Oh, we love the Jerrys. Vito, you're an introvert, so androids would be cool. Really, Vito, you're an introvert? I actually wouldn't have guessed that, considering the streaming you do, the D&D you've done with us. Ah, look at you. Nice one, dude. I am absolutely not an introvert. It's probably obvious. You hate people. Oh, well, that's fair. I'm not a big fan of people sometimes, but no. I max the charts on extrovert, so so here we are. All right, I would suggest a cell phone, pen and paper, a console. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That's a gaming console, then maybe, but a cell phone's more useful, but as long as you can recharge it.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
I do, because I work, my real job is in technology. My hobbies are all technology based, and here we are using technology right now. Yes.
What technology do you most anticipate?
Ooh, brain-connected devices. No, androids maybe, flying cars. The flying cars technology will come, but it won't grow very much, I think, because of all the legalities. You'd have to have restricted flying zones because you don't want someone crashing, crash landing their flying car on your house. So it'd have to be auto drone flying in specific areas, but it's possible. Space tourism. That's definitely going to happen. It's already here. Kind of. It started. Space tourism.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, there's a big question. Anyway, let's check the chat first. Sorry, I need to be doing better with chat tonight. Vito, you hate people because it makes your anxiety skyrocket. That's fair. Especially with certain people, it will definitely do that. Even for someone like me, I still, although I'm extroverted, I still get bits of the anxiety. And Anastasia, you need an extrovert to drive the talking. That's fair. That's fair. But it's also cool to just sit. You don't have to always talk, right? If you're in a relationship with your sentient android, you can just enjoy each other's company without talking all the time, right? And Frosty, he goes spare when the power cuts out and you can't use a computer. Yes, you're absolutely dependent on technology. I think most of us watching are going to be in that category, right? All right. Do I believe in God? Well, I'm going to go with the answer of no, being that I do not believe in God as defined by most religions. There may be some kind of supernatural powers at B. There may be some kind of drive to how the universe works. We may be all in some kind of simulation. But a bit of a reveal is hardcore religious people, I think, are problematic in the world. I will never have a negative thing or rip on anyone's beliefs or their religion unless they try and thrust it on anyone else. So generally speaking, for the most part, as the textbook definition of God, no. But it is possible there's something else out there to our universe.
Would you let an android take care of your children?
Ooh, no. I don't think that's wise.
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
Most of the day. A lot more.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
Yes. With the right kind of machinery and logic, yes, that could work.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
I actually do, because it depends on what denotes actual consciousness and intelligence. Is it just a certain number of synapses or connections in some kind of neural network? We don't know. We'll find out. Could something develop genuine consciousness? Potentially. You have enough connections, it could start to emulate a brain.
Who's your favorite character in Detroit?
Connor! Well, Kara's good too. But no, I am most proud of Connor and what happened in Connor's path. So I'm going to go Connor.
Was there a moment in Detroit that resonated with you personally?
Ooh. Meanwhile, Vito, you believe in the Big Bang Theory really more than a higher power? I agree. I agree. It's also possible that there are maybe other states or beings or planes that we don't perceive. Maybe not. I'm trying to be open-minded. And I've had some weird experiences in life in general, but I agree with you. I'm a lot more scientific on the matter. It's the saying that humans all... a brain is a synapse of electronic stimulations. Yes, exactly right. And that's why it's interesting to see how AI actually, I think, will become what's already becoming more advanced in our real world, but it could potentially get to the point of some kind of consciousness, because a lot of AI and machine learning we have now is that. It's machine learning. It's not someone programming a brain. It's someone defining a set of rules for something to then learn within. It's fascinating stuff. It's complex as hell. But we've hit that point where I think it maybe could develop. I don't know. There's gonna be some hella big ethics debates in our future, I think, and philosophers are gonna have a field day with it as well. Vito, yeah, don't worry, man. I got what you meant. We all got what you meant. All good. And Anastasia, we are already a big neural network developed by an alliance of cells and smallest creatures. And that's much more fascinating than computers. Well, also, what's interesting too is the internet, especially with IPv6. The sheer number of devices connected in the internet starts to look like the number of synapses or connections within like a very basic kind of brain of some sorts. The difference being is that these are doing specific tasks talking to each other. They're not really operating at a macro level, but it is interesting. It's kind of like in Avatar, right? The first Avatar movie where the trees are all connected and they kind of act actually around the whole planet, look like they're all connected, like one giant brain, which apparently they can plug into and stuff. And Awa, their god, actually might be a real presence in this brain of the planet. Like, it's one of the reasons I liked Avatar, is because it actually had some scientific or science fiction application to emulate or to make real the concept of some spirits and gods and stuff. I kind of thought that was cool. Geth consciousness incoming. Yes, like in Mass Effect. Absolutely, that is possible. And Lyrium, there's going to be heaps of debates about it. Oh, yes, there is. And they're already probably starting now with some of the latest revolutions like DALL-E, ChatGPT, and some of the other AI tools that are getting crazy smart, crazy fast. But it's interesting, but a little scary at the same time. Anyway, was there a moment that resonated with me personally, or us personally, in Detroit? Define resonated. If it's where we identify with the moment? Occasionally. If there's moments that really gripped us and drew us in, there was many. I'm going to assume that's what they meant.
What was the toughest choice you faced in Detroit?
Oh, shit. Accepting Alice's identity with Kara? No. Being a pacifist or violent with Markus? Yeah, maybe. Deciding to shoot Chloe? No, that was easy. I think it was kind of tough being a pacifist with Markus. I wanted to be a pacifist, but which wasn't too hard. What was hard was remaining pacifist, staying the course of non-violence with Markus. That was challenging. The more we got into it, the more I wanted to fight back. The more I wanted to follow Vito and shoot stuff. But we did it. Oh, now we can see the world's results. Again, I don't know if this is just for PC or for all platforms, but anyway. Would you consider having a relationship with a human? Most people say yes. Okay. Do you think technology could become a threat to mankind? Most people say yes. I said yes. You had to live on a deserted island. Oh, an instrument one. Most people said an instrument. I can only play a little bit of guitar, and that's it. So I wouldn't miss that. I don't really play. I don't even have a guitar, but I had one as a kid. I wouldn't miss that. No, I'd still stick with a cell phone. I think a book, you'd get bored of that. Pen and paper, you can draw and other shit. Cell phone, I think, is still better, but it's gonna be a problem if it gets flat and you can't charge it. Do you consider yourself dependent on technology? Yeah, nearly everyone says yes. Yep. What do you most anticipate? Most people said Android. No, actually, no. Most people said brain-connected devices. Oh. Well, I know that there's Neuralink, right? Like Elon Musk's trying to get that started, so yeah. So Vito as well, they're working on an engine mod for American Truck Simulator too. A lot of Notebook++ work. An engine mod. Oh yeah, that could be fun. Anastasia, maybe a moment that corresponded directly with your personal life, like home abuse or meeting dangerous people, having to choose between your work and your friend. Ooh, yes. Fortunately for me, none of that really struck home. I didn't have any feels that connected to my real life from any of those decisions, I don't think. Yeah, not that I can think of, so I'm lucky in that regard. So Delan, welcome. We are just doing some random shit tonight. The game crashed twice because I was trying to make it do widescreen. And now we're getting surveys for, I don't know, how we played through and stuff. So that's what we're doing now, and then we'll replay some chapters in a moment. Apparently space tourism was like one of the lesser options. Space tourism is going to happen before androids do. And if possible, I'm going to take a ride to space for sure. That would be awesome if I could afford it. We just need to get some of those flat earthers up there as well. Do you believe in God? Most people said no. Very good. Would you let an android take care of your children? Most people said yes. I would let an android help take care of the children, but not completely on its own. I don't think. That's hard, and it'd have to prove itself a lot first. How much time do you say on a device here? Most people said more than 4 hours. Yep, I think we're all in that boat. If you needed emergency surgery, would you let it be operated on by a machine? Yep, 73% said yes. Do you think one day machines could develop conscious? Most people said yes, 69%. Nice. Giggity. And your favorite character? Connor. Everyone loves Connor, and most people hate Markus. It's so funny. Markus is like one of the biggest driving forces of the central plot of Detroit Become Human, with the whole android rights and stuff. But most people like him and his story the least. Not because he's bad, just the others are better. That's all. Was there a moment that resonated you? Most people said many. And what was the toughest decision? Being pacifist. So most people agreed with this there. All right, cool. Survey done.
I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to have you back.
Thank you, Chloe. It's good to have you back too, because we did actually lose you for a bit. Anastasia, you had a friend who then had some domestic abuse in her life. Oh, but there was no chance for you to do much. Wonder how she's now. Oh, the camera has frozen. Shit. Well, that's kind of rude. I've had this happen once before. I don't quite remember how I fixed it. Give me a moment, hang on. Let's go to... Okay, brace for a pause screen. Let's see. Oh, still busted. All right. Last time... Oh, I think I disabled the device and reactivated it. Okay, sorry, bear with me a moment.
I hope you're okay today. I know sometimes things can be...
Rebooted before stream and everything. Everything's going wrong tonight. Glad it's just a random, non-planned structured stream. That's the wrong setting. Cam source. That's... We wanted to... That's a whole scene. Link. Work with me. Back in action. Let's continue. All right. So Anastasia, you tried another chatting AI yesterday, but couldn't strike an interesting dialogue. It was giving me too much universal answers. Yeah, it never had any suggestions of itself. Yep. I have mucked around with ChatGPT a bit. That was interesting and kind of cool. All right, so we're just going to kick on. No, not new story. We're going to replay Connor's chapter.
Story chart.
And I'm going to leave widescreen off tonight because it's just creating too much instability. We won't save progress. We will just have a go. What is ChatGPT? It's a really smart language bot. If you Google it, have a look. It's free for the moment to interact with, but eventually it won't be. But it's really clever. You can say, hey, write me an email that looks like this, or, you know, write me a poem about blah, or write me a PowerShell script that does a certain thing. It's very clever. It's worth mucking around with. It's going to be interesting to see how that continues to disrupt stuff. All right, so light-hearted session tonight because we know what happens in the game, and this is the first stream session where I'm saying spoilers are welcome. You can talk about spoilers and what happens in certain scenarios, and maybe we'll also make them play out. Let's chuck the fish back in. Lyrium, you love this one? It's a really good opening mission. They really set the scene well. Oh, Vito, you missed this one. All right, well, we're going to play through it. And because I want to get a slightly different outcome. And I actually had a rewatch of some of the footage I recorded.
Please, please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Because people suck, remember? Yeah, we can get a different outcome. I want to get a different outcome in this chapter. All right, so find Captain Allen. Let's do that. Please don't die. Yeah, I'll aim to not die this run. But in rewatching some of the recorded footage, because I was checking for quality and making sure things are working with the new widescreen, all that sort of stuff, I could see it like, oh, there's a thing there to click. Oh, I missed it again. So I'm aware of a couple of things I missed last time.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We can easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
The girl goes too.
Do you know its name?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach. Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
All right. So Vito, did we die the first time though? Yes. Yes. Which is okay, because Connor can die multiple times and just come back each time, but it does affect his ability to become deviant or free-minded or not. So every time Connor dies, I think he's more within Amanda's control, and he is less independent and less deviant himself. Rich, how you doing? This is the first and only gameplay that you've seen of this game. Yeah. Take it people don't like, well, they kind of do and they don't like androids in this. It's a weird mix. I think they could have Been a little less cliche in some parts, but it's still an interesting game that gets you sucked in, even if it is a bit predictable. Some of it is... I mean, the overarching background of the plot is predictable. However, the actual story of the characters is not necessarily. Anyway, so he took the gun. Yes, we saw that. Very good. 9mm pistol. All right. So we want to understand what happened, and we want to search hostage's room. So her room's over here, the pretty pinky purpley one. If I can coordinate Connor in the right direction. So look at the tablet. Learn his name is Daniel.
This is Daniel, the coolest android in the world. Say hi, Daniel. Hello.
He looks a bit like Simon too, but not quite. Okay, we've learned some more. What else have we got here? Music. You reckon they're the same model, Lyrium? I thought they looked very slightly different, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Anyway, the girl did not hear the gunshots. Okay, we've got some more info. Time is still of the essence, but I don't feel as stressed because I know how this chapter works. Room is searched. Now we need to investigate victims. So this looks like the dad. He dead. He's super dead. Bullet wound. Bullet wound. More bullet wound. And what is this? Just dead. Yeah, we know. Thanks. That's delightful. So he was shot, and then from here we can see, he was looking at a tablet. Which then, after he got shot, got launched over there in the corner. Let's check it out. Yoink.
Your order for an AP700 android has been registered. CyberLife thanks you for your...
$9,000. You already had a perfectly good android. Why'd you buy another one? Just go ahead and money to the brains. Oh, careful! Someone gets shot.
Well, I got you. Man down.
You'll be right.
Man down. West immediate evac.
Okay, now we can see on the news here, I don't know if this...
And a police officer. If confirmed,
This is like a live news stream of what's happening.
taken human lives. By all signs, the SWAT team are preparing for an assault. And
I don't think this teaches us anything though.
just over an hour since Lookner was taken hostage on the top floor of a building here.
Let's just turn that off. It's been an hour. It's a long time. We're about to have dinner. Does that give us useful info? Nope. So we've got some shit over here to examine, such as some Ethereum blood.
Take down this asshole.
So $9,000 is what the cost of the upgraded android was going to be, which they placed an order for. So they had an android and they were gonna replace him. You can see that he's a PL600 model android. DPD officer was first respondent. Oh, so this is a human respondent. He also got shot. This is something I missed on our actual real playthrough. Okay, time of death. Oh, we've unlocked something. So, he has come in. It's like, hey, what's going on here? Well, I've got to do this unlock first too. What if we... Hang on, there's something to unlock each time. What are we analyzing? Ah, there. So he was inside. Ah, the cop shot the deviant. And then... the hostage witnessed that shooting of the deviant shooting back. And then... There's the gun. Cool, let's pick up a weapon. Can I get it? Yes, give us a gun. Give Connor a gun. Yoink. Take it. Yeah, we're taking it for something different. Okay. So something about... So we've checked out that victim, that victim. Got a thing here, the shoe. The soundtrack for Connor is fun. The soundtrack for Connor is energetic. It's kind of, you know, builds the tension, but not in a stressful way as much. Whereas the soundtrack for Kara, oh man, that always gets me. Kara music is super stressful. I don't think we get anything from looking at the... No, we don't. I'm looking at the news of the Magic Digital Magazine. All right, I think we've investigated everything, right? That's in here. Locate the hostage, and then there's 2 paths still locked. But I don't know what else to look at, so let's take a peek. Kara's ones are straight to the fields. Oh yeah. Yeah, the weapon is evidence. Yeah, I think you're right, Rich. I think the weapon we picked up is technically evidence, but it's also a tool that we're going to use. Oh. So did Connor... It's hard to say... Did Connor just get shot?
Closer or I'll jump.
No, please, I'm begging you.
Can't see any wound on Connor's arm just yet. I think he got grazed, yeah.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor.
How do you know my name?
There it is. Yeah. He got hit.
I've come
Right
to
there.
get you out of this.
Oh, he's destabilizing. We need to approach slowly and gain his trust.
I know you're angry, Daniel. But you need to trust me and let me help you.
I don't want your help. Nobody can help me. All I want is for all this to stop. I just want all this to stop. Are you armed?
Yes. I have a gun.
Drop it. No sudden moves or I'll shoot.
All right. Did that give us some points? Yes.
No more gun.
Because you can shoot him, I think. All right.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right?
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with it.
Something about the cop on the side. Oh, there's a cop on the side over here. Can we actually...
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong.
She lied to me! I thought she loved me.
I didn't see this before.
What's wrong? She's just like all the other humans.
Oh. Is this guy alright? I didn't even...
He's losing blood.
I've never seen this.
Don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch him! Touch him and I kill you!
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
Oh, that made him destabilize a little bit. I didn't even see this before. Good pickup, Lyrium. Thank you. All right. Sympathetic.
Listen. I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around.
Did he become deviant a while back, maybe?
I can't stand that noise anymore.
Or is it?
Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Or is it just when he saw that they were upgrading to a new model?
The situation is under control.
There. I did what you wanted. I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice.
I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Oh, compromise.
That's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
Okay, he's pretty stable.
I don't want to die.
Sacrifice, reassure, or truth? Reassure.
You're not going to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
We are lying to your face, Daniel.
I trust you.
Put her down. Away she goes. And is he gonna... Now what? There he goes. There's shot. Sniper's got him. He is fully betrayed by Connor, but Connor had a mission. Save the girl.
You lied to me, Connor. You lied to me.
Sorry, Daniel. You don't think Connor knew they were going to do that? I reckon he's not surprised by it. He may not have known, but he thought it was likely because he knew what the situation was. There's another path you can take when you can lie about the gun, and I think you can shoot Daniel directly as well. Connor is nice. Nah, Connor's our main boy. We love Connor. But I mean, with this particular path, he is absolutely a bit more harsh. You don't have to take this path. When we took the path last time, Connor effectively sacrificed himself to save the girl. That's why I wanted to do this differently this time. And Vito, shitty snipers, headshots only. Well, I know, right? But then they couldn't get him to speak one more time, I guess. But yeah, those snipers should have just pinged him one bullet in their head and done. Done. Anastasia, people can't help but express emotions towards their machines, and the machines learn from them. They adapt. They feel humans want emotions in return. It's not an error. It's an inevitable evolution. Well, they also built the androids with the capability to actually evolve and do this too, right? That's why it's a bit odd. Like, why put this capability in for some androids that are meant to do very basic tasks? I mean, for this one, that's part of the family. You can understand it a bit more. So 50% of people took the path that we just took. When we took it the first time, Connor had to save Emma, and he dove off the building, knocking Daniel down. All right. If you're holding the gun still and you get that same ending, he unloads it to give the FBI agent dude. Oh, okay. If you're holding the gun and you still got the same ending, so if you're holding the gun and you get the snipers, Connor then just unloads the gun to give it to the FBI. That's kind of cool. All right. So there's lots of subtle differences then. Cool. Sweet. All right. No, we're not going to play through each chapter. Let's go back to the main menu. Now, I would like to see what's another chapter that I wanted to do differently. Not that one, not that one. A lot of these early ones are boring. Stormy Night. Oh, hang on. Which is the one with the hotel with, is it A New Home? That must be the next one, right? This is At Home with Todd. Yeah, okay, so not that one. One of these. A Stormy Night. Is this where she breaks out? Lots of different ways that can happen. But basically, either Todd dies or he doesn't. Not worried about that one. It'll be one of these. We'll find it, Lyrium. We'll find it. Ah, it's Fugitives. All right. So, the interrogation went well for us. I'm not going to redo that. But Fugitives. Let's check this one out. I want to see what happens at the creepy building, right? So Richard, Connor is a good cop, like you've said. Never seen these games. Ah, maybe you misjudged Connor. Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, Connor is however you decide to play him. But Connor is very logical, stone-cold, machine, robotic at the start. But he evolves depending on how you play him. So we turned him into a person in our playthrough. Which is why Connor, I feel like, you know, a lot of people love Connor because you go on a journey with him to change him. Plus, his chapters are interesting because you're investigating stuff.
End of the line.
We're gonna get off the bus.
End of the line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave.
Wakey, wakey, come on, let's go.
Wake up. We have to go.
Alright, so we will go into the little Quickie Mart shop. We'll steal shit again. And we'll steal some clothes.
Listen, we have nowhere to go. She's exhausted and it's pouring rain. Can we just stay for a little while?
This bus is going back to the depot. There's nothing I can do.
Oh, if we go to the house, we need a wire cutter. Right. We'll go to the house first, then to the shop to get the wire cutter. That's right, I forgot about that, because you look at the tools, yeah? And there's an abandoned car there with clothes as well. Oh. Alright, so maybe I skip stealing the clothes from the guy at the laundromat then.
You gonna be okay?
Try.
We'll find somewhere to spend the night.
Alright, poor Alice. Wet and cold. Hold my hand.
Come on, Alice, we've got to hurry.
And there's some parked androids here. They always look so creepy.
We need a place to stay. Do you know anywhere we could spend the night?
Dumbass. Alright, let's go to the creepy building there to get the trigger for stealing some wire cutters. Oh, very uncomfortable but discreet. Oh, I didn't see that last time. Come on, Alice. Well, she walks off here anyway and she goes straight over there. Anastasia, you don't remember clothes in the car. Alright, so maybe we still steal some clothes. Or maybe, actually, fuck it. Let's leave the clothes as they are. Let's do it different. It's not like we're continuing the playthrough. We're just playing bits amongst the chapters. Nothing matters!
You look lost.
We have nowhere to go.
See, that's a Simon, right?
I know someone who can help you.
Who's different to a Daniel, but very similar. Yeah, I think. To be honest, I didn't pay close attention to the model numbers.
On the other side of town. We need a place for tonight.
That's not a Simon or a Daniel. All right, my bad. My bad. Discount. Discount Simon and Daniel. Wish.com's version of Simon and Daniel. Mom, can we get a Simon and Daniel? No, we have Simon and Daniel at home. And that's the Simon and Daniel at home. Yep. Anyway, you get the point. All right, let's go actually over to here to examine the fence and the dodgy building.
An abandoned house. At least we'd be out of the rain.
It's hella sketchy, though.
I don't like this place.
I know. But it's just for one night, and no one will look for us here.
Daniel was an older model. Okay, cool. Alright, so we can cut some wire there. Squat in the house. Check the parking lot. Let's check the parking lot. Hold my hand, Alice. Where are you? Where'd you go? There we go. Teamwork. Come on. Where was it? Over here. Is that a different... It's like... Camp inside... Oh! I clicked to the... No, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready yet. I don't want to go in there yet. Can we go back out? Oh, when she shuts the gate. Alright. We might be committed to this path already. Oh, you can walk in and out. Alright. Oh, we can. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you, Lyrium. I didn't want to commit to that just yet. But is that's different from the dodgy house? Well, we're going to do the dodgy house, right? That's what you guys keep pointing out and telling me to do.
Look, the store is still open. Maybe we should go inside. At least you'll be out of the cold.
What do you want?
I'm with a little girl, and we have nowhere to go. Could you spare some money so we can get a room for tonight?
Shit. A homeless android? Ah, that's the best yet. Look, this is a convenience store, not the Salvation Army, okay? You better go if you're not gonna buy anything.
We'll buy some shit, alright. Okay, let's unlock some stuff. First things first. Steal a teddy bear. I don't know if there's a limit to what we can steal. Last time we left it. I think a discount here. Somehow she's like stuffed that inside the outfit we're wearing. Very good. Let's unlock the path to distract. We want to examine... So let's examine the cameras that have probably already seen us steal, to be honest. The guy's too busy watching the news. Make a candy bar. Yoink. Food for Alice. Yes. This Alice is totally real and totally needs real food. Just chuck that in.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, busted! You can't steal two things. All right, sorry, my bad.
Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. Just get the hell out of my store.
Aha! That answers the question. Can we steal more than one thing? The answer is no. But I want to steal the wire cutters. Is that the only...
Okay, Alice. We're gonna find some place to sleep tonight.
Does that mean we can't get into the weird house without the wire cutters? We can go to the abandoned car, keep exploring. Okay, check the car. Let's keep exploring. I'm guessing it won't let us in the store. Anyway, that's confirmed too risky. Okay.
There's nothing more this way.
Try searching around the house. Okay, cool. Rich, one question. Where exactly did she put that teddy bear? Yeah, exactly. It's just jammed in somewhere. I'm not sure where. Remember, tonight, spoilers are allowed. So if you've got answers to questions, just chuck them in chat. It's all good. So there's the car, but Alice also went to that weird door over there.
It looks abandoned.
Break it. Yeah, smash
Stand
it.
back, Alice.
What's in here? Smooth. Let's not commit to the car yet, though. We want the sleep-in car. We can now sleep in the car.
It's dry inside, and nobody will find us here.
I don't want to sleep in there. Can't we find a better place?
Keep searching.
Okay. We'll find somewhere better.
Yeah, we will. Not really, though. Alright, what's in the trunk? In the boot. Oh, we can't actually interact with that. Okay, fine. It's over here that we can... Still need a wire cutter for that. What's over here? Oh, no, that's just where she sits out of the rain. Okay, we've got to find a wire cutter if we are to camp in the house. All right, well, let's explore. All right, there's the wire cutter. Excellent. We don't need to steal it from the shop. Yoink. All right, good suggestion, Anastasia. Thank you. Let's got her done. Chop. Oh. She makes it look so easy. The wire used in these fences is hardened wire. It is not easy to cut. But, you know, it's a game and she's an android, so here we go.
Are you alright?
Yes, it's just a scratch. Be careful.
Alright, so let's see what happens when we break into this house. still wearing our shit clothes and our android uniform.
Don't worry, we're just having a look.
Found a way in. This is very different to the hotel that we actually stayed in during our playthrough. What have we got? Go. Peek through the boards. Oh, we can just yank the boards off. All right, let's do that. Remember that Mass Effect DLC where you had to do 100 QuickTime events to overpower Mr. Vega in pull-ups? Ah, forgot about that. Oh, there was some good DLCs for Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect. So we still got to figure out how to break in. Oh,
Alice!
did she sneak in? Did she? Oh, she's found a way in. And it's gonna unlock the door, maybe? Okay.
Wait, what are you doing?
Visitors. Ralph doesn't like visitors. They're nasty. They may hurt Ralph.
Who the fuck's Ralph? Are you Ralph? Jesus, man.
She's just a little girl. She's not gonna hurt you.
Little girl. She's not a little girl.
He dropped in color.
Anyway, what does that matter? Maybe she wants to hurt Ralph.
She's not a little girl. There's the first hint.
Look, I'm an android too. You have nothing to be afraid of. All we want is a place to spend the night.
First hint.
Visitors are dangerous.
Yeah.
Look. What they did to Ralph.
Oh, poor Ralph. Damn it, Ralph. Citadel DLC. Oh, yeah. Insist, reassure. Let's reassure.
You have nothing to worry about. We're not going to do you any harm. You have my word.
You must excuse Ralph. Ralph still finds it difficult to control himself.
Poor Ralph.
Sometimes his fear makes him do things he regrets. Ralph has seen some hard times.
We see that, Ralph. Yep.
He's just so scared the humans will get him again.
Poor little
You can
bastard.
say if you want.
Thank you.
Ralph won't hurt you.
You better not.
Okay. We'll just stay the night.
Put the knife away, you fucking psycho.
Come on. This way. Ralph has lived here since he ran away. Ralph never goes outside, so no one knows he lives here. Humans come in to squat from time to time, but, you know, Ralph just hides till he leaves.
I feel for poor Ralph. Poor guy. I want to put him with the Jerrys so he can have a safe and happy life. So Vito Citadel DLC, the only one that didn't make it to the Legendary Edition was the Pinnacle DLC, and it wasn't worth playing anyways. Yeah, you know why? Somehow they had a data or infrastructure error in which they lost the data, the source code, or the creation of that DLC, as well as the backups. It's really weird. BioWare had a strange infrastructure failure that also lost the backups for the Pinnacle DLC. And so, yeah, it was lost forever and never recreated or reinstated. Something to that effect. I might have the details slightly wrong, but it's along those lines. All right, Larium Ralph is kind of precious, but in a crazy way. Yeah, he's like, it's similar to the Jerrys. They were kind of less creepy, but also a little bit crazy. Pinnacle was unique. I don't think I've ever played the Pinnacle DLC either. So
You can make yourself at home here. Ralph is gonna go into the other room. He would like to stay with you. But he has things to do.
It's just for one night, Alice. We'll find a better place tomorrow. Right. Let's see where you can sleep.
Well, I'm glad we took the path we did in our playthrough where we only stole one thing, which was food, and then we scored the cash. So we did well in that actual playthrough. And there's the wire cutters. Give it the teddy bear! So Vito, so BioWare sent the DLC to another company to re-image it or something, and the transfer went wrong, which is how it got corrupted. It's so weird. Anyway, Anastasia, it was a combat training in different environments, like the Citadel Arena. All right. But you got a nice flat out of it. Well, the Citadel was much better in the end anyway. All right, what have we got? What are we investigating? Oh, bit of wood. Yep, we'll make a fire with that. Yoink. Is there a fireplace in here? Or are we just lighting? Oh, there is a fireplace. I was going to say, oh, we're just lighting a random fire. When was this house built? This is 2038 we're sitting in right now, so Must be an old as house to still have fireplaces. Pretty sure most houses are haven't been built with fireplaces for a while. Find some paper. Okay. Quick. That'll do. Some old newspaper. What else is in this room here, though? RA9. There we go. He is carving the RA9 like they all do. Which might be
RA9.
RA9, as someone mentioned.
What does that mean?
What?
Those symbols. Why are you writing that?
He doesn't know, does he?
I don't know.
Aha.
I don't know.
It's like a weird obsession. I don't know, but it goes back to doing it. Don't underestimate a human's desire for an open fireplace. Oh, I love fireplaces, don't get me wrong. If I was to build a new house or something, I would totally put in a fireplace. Love me a fireplace. Grew up with fireplaces. Drop. What are we dropping? Oh, the actual paper. Alright. Okay. Strike it up. Here you go, Alice. I made that look easy. Find a blanket. That's not totally gross and stuff. Okay, something over there. What's upstairs? It's actually not a bad little abandoned house. Junk. Old bedroom with gross beds. Reminds me of Fallout. When you find like all these manky beds and mattresses, you're like, oh, I don't want to sleep on that. Right, bathroom's pretty blank. Alright, so it is downstairs. So if someone admits they like starting fires, you're going to be very concerned. Fires can be very soothing. There's actually some theories around, because fire has been such a critical part of our evolution for so long. I think there's some studies or some theories that like the concept of sitting around a fire and just staring into a fire has like a lot of soothing and psychological benefits as a result, and partially because we've evolved with having fire as part of our day-to-day lives, you know, for tens of thousands or hundreds, tens of thousands of years. I don't know. I don't know biology, history with the Neanderthals and whatever else, but yeah. Anyway, fires are awesome when used responsibly in the right way, not in a creepy, oh, it's so powerful and something magical about it way. Just fires are cool. Respect fire. Treat it well. Big stove. You can sleep on for a nice change. Sleeping on a stove? What? Big stove you can sleep on was nice for a change. Oh, you mean like in Fallout? Sorry, is that what you're talking about? It's nice for a summer house, but not for living all the time. For me, it's a memory of grandma home, poor and old, needing lots of upkeep. Yeah, this has those kind of old house kind of vibes, right? Grandma, grandpa kind of vibes.
You can come to bed. I did what I could. It's not much, but at least you'll be warm.
And we got you a teddy bear. Give her the teddy bear. This is so different to the hotel we had.
Why didn't he ever love me?
Ooh.
Why was he always so upset with me?
Because Todd was a dick, that's why.
All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough.
Never think
That's
that.
why he was always so angry.
Kids, it's never your fault. Never your fault.
I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why can't we just be happy?
I don't know, Alice.
Todd was a dick.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Obviously, I still gotta push the same buttons.
Forever.
There's no way. I can't be mean to Alice, even for the sake of playing it differently through some chapters. I can't do it. Can't do it. I wonder, is it different? Oh no, because she showed her hand being an android, so it didn't matter what clothes she was wearing outside.
You've got to sleep.
Anastasia throwing some pics into Discord. Oh, I'll have a look in a second. I need some Discord activity.
Sleep tight, Alice.
Leave her space. Lie with Alice. Lie with Alice. Of course. In a caring, motherly way. And maybe we can help protect her from any weirdos. Ralph seems okay now. He's almost like a Jerry. I want to protect and save the Jerrys and the Ralphs. Is that the end? That is the end. When did we give her the damn teddy bear? Was that like just a red herring, just a distraction? Does this android really care for this child? She does, Rich. She absolutely does, and we talk about it more towards the end of the game when we learn. And spoiler alert here, pause or skip if you don't want to hear a major spoiler and you haven't, for some reason, seen the early bits and you don't want it ruined. Major spoiler alert, Alice is an android as well. And that's when it's talked about with Luther and co. in one of the last chapters. That, yeah, like, you know, Kara really is being a mother, even though Alice is another android. It's still the same thing. She still cares. It doesn't change anything, right? She still needs Alice's care. She still needs to be looked after, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, Alice genuinely, Kara genuinely does care about Alice, yep. Oh, the game's not saving because I've told it not to change, because you can make it save and then continue your playthrough from there into following chapters if you want to. I like our playthrough as it turned out. I'm just exploring other options without changing our playthrough. That's why. Because I can say continue and now we'll continue on from the same, but we'll go back to the main menu. But before we do that, we will also check Discord. There we go. Traditional Russian stove. Anastasia. Heating all of the house. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So Sparkle Sauce and I, my sister, we grew up on a couple of farmhouses that also had similar, but not as big. They were much smaller because obviously we weren't living in as cold climates as what Russia has. But we had like kitchen ovens and heating and even hot water service that was based on, fire. But it was a smaller unit than that. But yeah, that would keep things very nice and toasty. You just got to make sure you've got enough firewood, right? Vito, you've done 30 out of 46 files so far on that engine pack. That is a lot of mods, man. That's a lot. Oh, that's a lot of steps to get through. I hope it works for you. I hope you've got an easy back out if it doesn't work as well. But dude, keep going, man. I love mods. I do mods all the time. Mod everything, always. I'm working through, just offline, I'm working through modding my Cyberpunk game because I'm thinking of just doing some Cyberpunk playing in my spare time. Not streaming, just for myself.
I thought you might be interested to know that.
But I'm also trying to learn a bit more about modding Red Engine, which is used in Cyberpunk and The Witcher. Because in The Witcher Remaster we'll be playing shortly, and that will be partially modded. Not heavily modded, but partially modded. All right, what is another chapter that we wanted to do differently? Jericho, probably the same. Frosty, me and my mods, it's an addiction. We don't need an intervention because they're so awesome. I do need to do more instructional and tutorial videos with the modding I do though. I do need to share the knowledge and make it easy. That's coming, it'll happen. The tower, where Connor can find Daniel. What? The tower? So when's the tower? Is that the name of the actual chapter? The Eden Club. Pretty happy with most of that. So here, the Stratford Tower. This one. Oh, you don't know the chapter name. Oh, okay. It's what an addict would say. Yeah, I'm not addicted. I can stop any time. It's fine. Mods are awesome. I don't need to stop. So this is where we break into the TV tower. I don't remember there being much about interesting differences there. You don't know the chapter name Lyrium. I need some more tips. Central Park, so that's with Markus again. You think it's Public Enemy? Oh, okay, yeah, we didn't do much in this. This is where Connor. Yeah, good choice. Good choice. Let's do this one. Don't save. So yeah, we're in the tower, the TV tower, investigating it after Markus and the other androids have broken in, held people hostage, and then done their broadcast message. Okay, cool. Yep, nice one, Lyrium. Because we kind of messed it up a bit. That could have gone better. All right, this time round, I'm going to play to Amanda's desires. We're going to placate Amanda this time, just for something slightly different. I know it isn't going to change much, but last time we back and forth, but then went down the deviancy path with Connor. This time,
hello, Connor.
Will be more.
I thought you might enjoy a little cruise.
Androidy to Amanda's liking, yeah? Vito, you just got the notification that we went live. Awesome. So last night it worked well for you, so that's good, but tonight not so much. All right, let's go for a row. Row the boat. Frosty still hasn't got either notifications. Well, that's frustrating. Did the Discord ones come through for you at least? Need my own magical notification service. It works. Oh, Discord notification didn't come. Have you got Discord notifications disabled? All right, keep rowing, Connor.
I love this place. Everything is so calm and peaceful.
Oh, they are in a... Oh, god damn it. Why didn't they come through?
Tell me, what have you discovered?
My relationship with Lieutenant Anderson is
should have clicked on Eden Club. Oh, well.
He continues to struggle with psychological issues. I suspect it clouds his judgment regarding deviance.
Nothing matters more than your investigation. What's happening is too important. Don't let Anderson or anyone else get in your way.
Yeah. So Discord notifications came through for you this time, Anastasia. That's good, because you're here.
Lost, Connor. Lost and perturbed.
Sincere.
I thought I knew what I had to do, but now I realize it's not that simple.
You had your gun trained on those deviants at the Eden Club.
But we didn't shoot.
Why didn't you shoot?
We need the deviants intact for analysis. Shooting them wouldn't have taught us anything.
Yeah, she should be happy with that answer, yeah? Row some more. Row your boat.
Doesn't make progress soon. I may have to replace you, Connor.
I am of no importance. The mission is all that matters.
Amanda points, yay!
Something's happening. Something serious. Hurry, Connor. Time is running out.
Alrighty. They are cool coin tricks.
You're starting to piss me off with that coin, Connor.
Give me my coin back, son of a bitch. Alright, so how do we do this differently?
Shit, what's going on here? There was a party and nobody told me about it?
Yeah, it's all over the news, so everybody's butting their nose in. Even the FBI wants a piece of the action.
So this time we'll investigate the other room more.
I knew this was gonna be a shitty day. So what do we got?
A group of 4 androids. They knew the building and they were very well organized. I'm still trying to figure out how they got this far without being noticed.
Did you check the roof? Not yet. There's so much to look at. We have to make sure we check it out.
They attacked 2 guards in the hallway. They probably thought the androids were coming to do maintenance. They got taken down before they could react.
So they've not found Simon on the roof yet. We don't know how Simon actually returns to Markus and Jericho either.
He's managed to get away. He's in shock. Not sure when we'll be able to talk to him.
How many people were working here?
Just 2 employees and 3 androids. The deviants took the humans hostage and broadcast their message live. Then made their getaway from the roof.
The roof?
Like badasses.
Jumped with parachutes. We're still trying to figure out where they landed, but the weather's not helping. If you want to take a look at the video broadcast by the deviants, it's on that screen over there.
How about we analyze this before we walk in the room? Examine the things. Can Connor survive this chapter? Yes, I believe so. Because we chose to protect Hank by being a shield. You can also, in that same scenario, I think, use the gun to shoot the deviant. But I wonder if there's a way we can not have the deviant run out at all.
Oh,
Lick everything.
This is Special Agent Perkins from the FBI. Lieutenant Anderson is in charge of investigating.
Special Agent Nobkins, as we learnt in one of the last chapters.
My name is Connor.
Trying to trap Markus.
Sent by CyberLife.
Son of a bitch.
Androids investigating androids, huh? You sure you want an android hanging around? After everything that happened? Whatever.
Get your ass.
The FBI would take over the investigation, you soon be off the case.
No, pleasure meeting you. Have a nice day.
And you watch your step. Don't fuck up my crime scene.
You watch your ass. Don't be a knob.
Prick.
Yeah, you don't need to be a dick. Unnecessary.
If you need anything, just ask.
No need to be like that.
Well, let's have a look around.
Which is why people who are dicks really are dicks. You don't need to ruin everyone else's day. Okay, so he was holding the broadcast button. Let's examine all the things.
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future for humans and androids. This message is the hope of a people. You gave us life, and now the time has come for you to give us freedom.
Think that's RA9?
No.
Deviants say RA9 will set them free. This android seems to have that objective.
The grey-haired cop is Hank. He is definitely human. He is a human who has a few issues as well. The iris, spare parts. So he's noticed that's not his real eye color somehow. Deviant had accomplices. Oh, you can see the reflection in the eyeball. Oh, clever. Yep. And what else can you see, Connor? It's a RK200 series prototype. Gift from Elijah Kamsky to Carl Manfred. Really? So Elijah Kamsky, he was like one of the inventors, right?
I identified
he created it especially.
Anything else I should know?
For Carl.
No. Nothing.
See, I reckon Kamsky knew what he was doing. I reckon he played a part in that whole uprising. You remember the short story we watched last night? I reckon Kamsky is partially to blame. Bullet holes. Assault rifle. Jesus. Oh, that's right. It's from the armed forces that came in. I don't know how they got heavy weapons so quickly. L600. Yep, that was Simon. But we saved him. Anything else to look at? Yep, something over here. So last time we went in the tea room where there's a couple of androids rounded up, one of them being Deviant. This time, let's go and explore the roof. I don't know why no one else has gone on the roof, but anyway, let's see if we are the first. Is there anything to look at down here? No. All right, up we go. Hank is the most human cop of all humans. Very archetypic. Yeah, he is. And he's awesome. I'm so glad we made friends with him in our playthrough. I'm really happy with how that turned out with Hank, to be honest. Alright, they are up here. Good, because that would have been dumb if no one came on the roof.
Made their way up through the whole building, past all the guards, and jumped off the roof with parachutes. Pretty fucking impressive, I'd say.
I'd say so too. And to Vito's point, Simon totally could have been strapped in and to his parachute and pushed off the roof as well.
How'd they manage to smuggle in a big bag like that?
They didn't. Someone brought it in for them.
Oh, that's strange. They planned a perfect operation, but got the number of parachutes wrong.
Oh, so Simon's up here hiding. Haha.
Unless one of the deviants was left behind.
So, because we didn't find him in our playthrough, is that how Simon made his way back to Jericho? Ooh, what happens if Connor manages to find him then? Okay. Rich, is one of Hank's issues the fact that his partner is an android? Kind of. I think in the end, it's more that he in his past was a really well-respected, recognized detective. But now he's sort of fallen from grace. He's no longer the awesome, renowned detective. And now he's been relegated to android-related cases, which no one wants to do. It's like people think they're the shit cases to be doing. So I think that's more where his anger comes from, and he directed it at Connor. And we learned at the end of the game, Hank actually doesn't hate androids because Hank had a son. His son died because an android had to do the emergency surgery. And you're like, ah, that's why Hank hates androids. And actually, nope. Hank hates humans because that surgeon was unavailable because he was too busy doing drugs. So if the human wasn't being a dickhead, getting high on red ice, then maybe his son would have survived. Not really the android's fault. Anyway, Hank is more complex than first thought. I love Hank though. Only 3 deviants jumped, yes. Still could have yeeted Simon. Constructively. Constructive yeeting could have been had. Whee! That would be hard to do. My fear of heights is strong. Vito, with your military exercises, did you ever have to do any kind of jumping with parachute-y kind of stuff? Because that is tough and badass. There's not many places to hide up here. How could there still be Simon hiding up here? You weren't airborne. That might be a good thing, to be honest. It's definitely a mark of respect, but Jesus, that would have been tough. Airborne parachuting into, you know, war zones? No, thank you. Oh, blue blood. Look at this. There's Therium blue blood right here on the... Simon's hiding in here. How have these... Insert offensive word here. Detectives not discovering this. But anyway, Connor will find him. Oh, shot. Dude, you... Oh, it can walk again. Ooh, whoa.
You have to stop them. If they destroy it, we won't learn anything.
We can't save it. It's too late. We'll just get ourselves killed.
Go, Connor. Save the deviant. Yes. Dodge the bullets. Yes. Stop. Oh, this is how he's probed his memory. Oh, and Simon shoots himself to stop giving away the info. Interesting.
Connor, you all right? Connor!
I'm okay.
Are you hurt?
I'm okay.
Jesus. Oh, you scared the shit out of me.
Oh, and Hank.
For fuck's sake, I told you not to move. Why do you never do what I say?
Shows his feelings.
To its memory. When it fired, I felt it die.
Jesus, that's rough.
Like I was dying.
Oh.
I was scared.
It's blinking red. That's a lot of instability all at once.
In its memory. A word. Painted on a piece of rusty metal. Jericho.
That is very different to how we played that through. Damn, that is so different. Ooh. Oh, Vito, your dad was airborne during Vietnam. Oh, dude, that sucks, because that was not a good war with not a good outcome, with not good circumstances to be fighting in. Oh, man. Sorry to hear, man. All right. What is another chapter we want to look at? That's very different. And I think technically that might be the first chapter where Hank expresses care and feelings towards Connor, right? So Connor gets traumatized. Oh, only 10% of people who play the game get to that point. Everyone else must have done the dumb shit that we did. 32%, that's what we did. The other option was, you know, to shoot the other deviant and stuff as well. So that's how Simon escapes. Wow, that's pretty cool. So I'm guessing if we took this path, then we wouldn't have Simon continuing in the playthrough, right? Simon's out of it now. There we go. Try doing some aggressive Markus. Oh, we could do. I do want to actually check out. There was a chapter where we are talking to Hank by the beach or whatever. I wanted to redo that one to see if we could uncover some stuff.
Accessing the story chart.
And increase our bond with Hank. I don't remember what the hell it was called. So this is Hank at his house. Spare parts, no. Eden Club, no. Not much difference there. Pirates Cove, not much difference there. The bridge. This one. This is what I wanted to see different. So I think there might be a path for Hank to leave with Connor. Let's find out. Let's do this one again. It's a short chapter. So Simon is gone after that. All right, well, I'm kind of glad that we took the path we did then, even though that was a more rare path we just saw. That was cool to see. I kind of wish maybe that we'd gone for the gun and saved all the humans when we did that chapter, though, instead of dying to save Hank. Who is Simon? Simon was the deviant that we just dealt with and who shot at us in the last chapter. He's one of the deviants who was working with Markus and North and Josh. As part of the, Oh, look at that. Game crash. Game has not been crashing specifically because of our widescreenliness.
Nice view, huh?
Game just seems to be unstable for some reason. I don't know why that is. All right, let's try the start of this again. Software instability actually set RA9 there. Are we super unstable right now? Let's try this again. Talk to Hank. I want to see what the other path is out of this chapter. I always felt unsatisfied with this chapter to the point I was worried that maybe we had lost the ability to be friends with Hank, but we got it back again, so it was okay. I do like how this game gives you second chances for things. Because definitely needed them.
Nice view, huh? I used to come here a lot before.
Before Cole died. His son. Oh, personal question upsets him. Stop drinking is going to upset him. Before is going to upset him.
Before what? You said, I used to come here a lot before. Before what?
Before nothing.
All right. Personal question bothered him last time. Let's try the stop drinking. That's probably going to upset him too.
You should stop drinking, Lieutenant. It could have serious consequences for your health.
That's
sorry.
the idea.
We're not making any progress on this investigation. The Deviants have nothing in common. They're all different models, produced at different times, in different places.
That's true. I never noticed that. Trauma is the only link of RA9, but...
What they have in common is this obsession with RA9. It's almost like some kind of myth. Something they invented that wasn't part of their original program.
Androids believing in God. Fuck, what's this world coming to?
It's their own god, though.
You seem preoccupied, Lieutenant. Is it something to do with what happened back at the Eden?
Those two girls, they just wanted to be together. They really seemed in love.
They did. Okay, ironic.
You seem troubled, Lieutenant. I didn't think machines could have such an effect on you.
What about you, Connor?
We haven't pissed him off yet. So.
You look human. You sound human. But what are you really?
Cold, aggressive, defensive, or neutral? Defensive?
You know exactly what I am. In any case, I don't see how that's relevant to the investigation.
You could have shot those two girls, but you didn't. Why didn't you shoot Connor? Some scruple suddenly enter into your program?
No. I just decided not to shoot. That's all.
Hank points.
But are you afraid to die, Connor?
I would certainly find it regrettable to be interrupted before I can finish this investigation.
What'll happen if I pull this trigger? Hmm? Nothing? Oblivion? Android heaven?
If let's do ironic again.
I doubt there's a heaven for androids.
Having existential doubts, Connor? Sure you're not going deviant too?
I self-test regularly. I know what I am and what I am not.
Sorry, Vito, I didn't choose 4. Hey, that's...
Where are you going?
To get drunker. I need to think.
But we still haven't... We're still not going with Hank. So he didn't piss him off, but we still didn't leave with Hank. What happened? Let's have a look here. Alright, so we got Hank is placated and left. So we need to do something different then when he draws the gun, perhaps, to fuel a different path here. Alright, I want to do that again because I still want to see the other path. God damn it. I need to listen to Vito more, perhaps, huh? Meanwhile, are there any other chapters that anyone wanted to replay? Because we are doing a shorter session tonight, so... we don't have a lot of time left. But I still wanted to... Where the hell was it? The bridge. Did I go past it? I absolutely went past it. The bridge. The bridge. How am I this dumb? We've gone back too far now. Partners, Stormy Night, The Interrogation, Fugitives, From Dead, Waiting for Hank, On the Run, Jericho, The Nest, Time to Decide, Zlatko, Roulette, Spare Parts, Eden Club. There it is, the bridge. My bad. Can we go to... No, there's only a checkpoint at the start. Let's see what happens. Let's take a different path. The annoying thing is, though, you can't speed through dialogue, I don't think. Is the other path that maybe Hank shoots Connor? So does Hank leave without Connor, or does Hank shoot... Let's try pissing off Hank. Maybe that's the other path. Maybe there's no way for Connor to leave with Hank. There's only Connor getting destroyed again. Let's see. Let's be a bit harsher. Let's upset Hank and see what happens. This would totally ruin the friendship though, right?
Nice view, huh? I used to come here a lot before.
Can I ask you a personal question, Lieutenant?
Do all androids ask so many personal questions, or is it just you?
Why are you so determined to kill yourself?
Some things I just can't forget. Whatever I do, they're always there, eating away at me. I don't have the guts to pull the trigger, so I kill myself a little every day.
Yeah.
That's probably difficult for you to understand, huh, Connor? Nothing very rational about it.
Reveal?
Before what?
Hmm?
You said, I used to come here a lot before. Before what?
Before nothing.
We're not making any progress on this investigation. The deviants have nothing in common. They're all different models, produced at different times, in different places.
Well, there must be some link.
Okay, what happens if we don't do the RA9?
We know the deviants experienced an emotional shock. A violent trauma or a sense of injustice.
Well, those girls at the Eden Club sure had a reason to feel a sense of injustice.
You seem preoccupied, Lieutenant. Is it something to do with what happened back at the Eden Club?
Those two girls, they just wanted to be together. They really seemed in love.
They didn't want anything. They're deviants. End of story.
I didn't get any bad points.
Connor? You look human, you sound human, but what are you really?
Cold, aggressive, defensive. Oh, aggressive.
I'm a machine, designed to accomplish a task. I know why I exist and who designed me. I have a reason to live. I guess that's the difference between us, Lieutenant.
Oh, that's rough.
You could have shot those two girls, but you didn't. Why didn't you shoot?
You got nothing to live for, Hank. Unlike me, I have this mission.
Suddenly enter into your program?
I would have shot them if I could. Why would I let them escape?
But are you afraid to die, Connor?
You can't kill me, Lieutenant. I'm not alive.
What'll happen if I pull this trigger? Nothing? Oblivion? Android heaven?
Thanks, anger. Ironic, nothing.
Nothing. There would be nothing.
Do it, Hank. Do it. Fuck. It must be that he pulls the trigger.
Get drunker.
Oh, I reckon I need to pick on Hank's anger. God damn it, we're going around in circles. We've still got the same outcome. Oh, our friend points are too high, you reckon? You reckon there's nothing we can do? Oh, hang on, I can upset Hank. I can upset Hank more at the start. Alright, let's do one more try. One more try at seeing what happens. It's like a... just such a
the story chart.
pivotal difference that could have happened, right? The Bee Ridge. Need to die more, you reckon? Alright, let's try one more. There's a chance I can lose some more Hank points along the way in the conversation. And then, what happens if I pick on Hank's anger? Is that going to make him pull the trigger? Or did we do everything we could at that part of the conversation? Anyway, alright, we've probably got time to tackle one other chapter after this. Is there anything in particular that you think would be interesting to explore? Most of our playthrough, I was fairly happy with how it turned out. Thank you for reminding me about the dodgy house with Kara and the TV tower with Connor. They were definitely things I wanted to check out. Good reminders.
Nice view, huh? I used to come here a lot before.
Absolutely cannot change. I click on flowchart. Does it show? No. Question. Markus being more aggressive. Oh yeah.
Personal question,
I
Lieutenant.
got one for you, Vito. We'll do that first marching mission, but be aggressive.
So many personal questions. Or is it just you?
Actually, maybe we'll do the last mission with Markus aggressive. Maybe we do that.
I saw a photo of a child on your kitchen table. It was your son, right?
Yeah.
An emotional damage on the Canadian border for Kara. Oh. Is that where we give the tickets back? We don't take the bus?
You should stop drinking, Lieutenant. It could have serious consequences for your health.
That's the idea.
We're not making any progress on this investigation. The deviants have nothing in common. They're all different models, produced at different times, in different places.
Well, there must be some link.
It could be a software problem, only occurs under certain conditions.
Well, that's just a fancy way of saying you have no fucking idea.
Truth bombs from Hank. Nice.
You seem preoccupied, Lieutenant. Is it something to do with what happened back at the Eden Club?
Those two girls, they just wanted to be together. They really seemed in love.
They didn't want anything. They're deviants. End of story.
Maybe
What
she's
about you,
cold.
Connor?
So, Rich, you talk about other games with cybernetic implants to enhance your abilities? Maybe Deus Ex?
But what are you really?
Deus Ex with Adam Jensen are on my to-do list. Aggressive.
I'm a machine, designed to accomplish a task. I know why I exist and who designed me. I have a reason to live. I guess that's the difference between us, Lieutenant.
That's such a good quip.
Shot those two girls, but you
Well done, Connor.
Why didn't you shoot Connor? Some scruple suddenly enter into your program?
I would have shot them if I could. Why would I let them escape?
Alright, let's see.
But are you afraid to die, Connor?
Logical? Could try logical.
You shouldn't do that, Lieutenant. Destroying me at this point would deal a blow to the investigation and have negative consequences for your personal situation.
What'll happen if I pull this trigger? Hmm? Nothing? Oblivion? Android heaven?
Where does all your anger come from, Lieutenant? Some unresolved trauma in your past?
You think you're so fucking smart.
He does.
Always one step ahead, huh? Tell me this, smartass. How do I know you're not a deviant?
I self-test regularly. I know what I am and what I am not.
Oh, he's not gonna do it. No, you're right. Too many hang points at this. Wow, it really was irrelevant. We have to do different choices in previous chapters to get this differently, but I'm guessing the other option is that Hank blows away Connor, which would be hilarious. All right. Thank you, Lyrium. You were correct. I wanted to be sure. Let's do an action mission with Markus being aggressive. Let's have some fighting the humans. Back at the last chapter, the battle for Detroit, I think is what we want to do, right? We play as Markus. Well, I think we play as everyone in that one. Knight of the Soul. I think it's this one, yeah? Get to choose at the start, do we? Let's see. Oh. Do we actually, sorry, do we have to do the one before? All right, this will be a different path for us. Carl died and broke. Yeah, everyone died. All right, cool. So we're going to go down the aggressive path, Vito. This is absolutely a path you would have taken. So this is somewhat for you and somewhat because I'd love to see a different angle here. All right, so this time around, we're going to go with still, I think, Connor breaking into Cyberlife, but also Markus taking an aggressive route with humans. Heartful, mournful, regretful.
You always said that living was about making choices. So what if I chose to defend myself against Leo? Maybe you could still be alive. Maybe a lot of things could have been different. Unless all of this was just meant to happen. I just wanted my people to be free. But instead, all I did was lead them to disaster.
Oh, wow, that's a different...
I am trying to find answers, but everything around me keeps falling apart. Humans hate us. They want to destroy us because we refuse to be their slaves anymore. I'm not going to stand around and wait while they slaughter my people.
Yeah! Different path. Despairing, emotional loss. Despairing.
What should I tell me? What should I do?
Rampage! That's what we're going to do. Junk punch Leo on the way out. That would be a lot more satisfying. This fucking guy. Technically, it's possible here that it's Leo's fault that the whole android uprising and revolution took place, right? Because Markus is the leader. If Leo didn't cause the trouble that he caused, Markus wouldn't have turned deviant. He'd still be happy learning and growing, working with Carl. The other thing we can do in this is we can give Connor a hard time, but I don't think it's going to change anything, right? The path for Connor doesn't change unless Markus is dead here, yeah? Going to change into Rampage Jackson. All right, aggressive ending time for us. Talk to your people, apologize. Just apologize to Kara and Connor. We'll skip talking to Simon and Josh because there's just not really much point.
I thought you'd be safe staying with us. You need to leave the city while you still can.
Getting Alice away from here is all that matters now. We have to catch the last bus. We might still have a chance to cross the border.
You do that.
Markus, save our people.
Where is Luther? Oh, good question. Oh, no, Luther at this point has been captured, right? What the fuck happened to Luther? I forgot. He was left behind for some reason. Now I can't remember why. Oh, yeah, in Jericho. Maybe it was on Jericho. No, I thought I saved him on Jericho. Change the camera angle here. No, because that's right. Because Kara discovers Luther when she's trying to get to the bus station under curfew. So Luther definitely has been captured or something. Yeah, we left him behind. He got injured. That's right. And he told us to go. He got injured on Jericho. Yeah.
It's my fault. The humans managed to locate Jericho. I was stupid. I should have guessed they were using me. I'm sorry, Markus. I can understand if you decide not to trust me.
What happens if we don't trust? Let's see.
Our cause is too important. I can't take any risks.
Oh! Really? He's gonna shoot him. I did not expect that. Holy shit. All right, that is the end of Connor's story. All right, shall we continue? Or should we just load and bring Connor on the trip here? Because we still want to do the badass Connor in the last chapter, bringing the army. Or do we see what happens this way with Markus going aggressive without Connor's army? Kind of tempted to just see what happens without Connor's army, whether it succeeds or not. Oh, we still have to, we can't skip talking to our people. All right.
What's your system status?
I'm okay. Bullet didn't hit any bike components. You could have been killed trying to save me, Markus.
Yeah, but he loves you.
We have to think of our people first. Nothing else matters.
They say they don't want to take any risks with deviants. So they're rounding our people up and taking them to the camps for extermination.
Richard, isn't Connor a cop? Oh, that's why Connor's journey is so interesting.
How many of us survived the attack?
A few hundred?
He goes on quite the developmental journey.
Have those hiding all over the city. If you hadn't triggered the bomb, we'd all be dead. In a few hours, it'll all be over. We'll have changed the world, or the world will have destroyed us. You have to make a choice, Markus. But whatever you choose, we will follow you. I love you, Markus.
He never says it back, as someone pointed out last stream. He does love her though, right? We assume he does. Where is Simon? Do we have to talk to Simon and Josh as well? Oh, so many talkings. We just saw this not long ago. I cannot skip it.
Our people are counting on you, Markus. You're the only one who can lead us. Wherever you need to go, we'll follow you.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Totally. And Josh in the corner, next to the Ethereum dispensing machine that they somehow got into this abandoned church. That was weird. A moth just flew into my face. Don't even know where it went. Weird.
If it weren't for you, I'd be dead. Thanks to you, I might see our people free one day.
Someone clip it.
You and I, we're fighting for the same thing. Whatever you decide, I'm with you, Markus.
All right, thanks, Joshy boy. Talking done. Let's get to action. Let's give Vito some action. Our choice this time is aggression.
Humans have decided to exterminate us. Our people are packed in camps right now, being destroyed. Time has come to make a choice. One that very well may determine the future of our people.
Revolution! Launch an assault on the camps to liberate the androids. That's what we're doing.
Now, if they want war,
action.
They'll get it.
We are going to fight for our freedom, and we will succeed or die. Are you ready to follow me?
Yeah. Also, this will be without Connor's support this time. Let's see how that also changes the ending. I would have been devastated to shoot Connor and lose Connor in the real playthrough that we did. Hey, chose to fight for his people. I don't know what this third option is. Is that if Markus is dead and Connor has to rise to the position? Anyway, let's continue.
At 6 a.m. this morning,
We're going to go through this again.
was declared.
Let me skip it.
Will be strictly controlled. The right to assembly is suspended. All electronic communications are restricted, and I have granted enhanced powers to our security agencies. In addition to these measures, all androids must be handed over to the authorities immediately. Temporary camps are being set up in all our major cities to contain and destroy them. I am now asking all civilians to cooperate with the authorities and rest assured that everything in our power is being done to guarantee the security of our nation.
Please! Has the leader of the Deviants been apprehended?
The deviant that is known as Markus has not been located yet, but we will soon track it down and neutralize it.
Please? Over. Is it true that the androids could hack our IT systems, like nuclear power plants and military bases?
All androids working on sensitive sites have been neutralized, and all IT systems have been suspended to avoid any risks of hacking. The situation is under control.
Please!
Doesn't work like that, but sure. Just unplug them from the internet.
Please! A convoy of medical cobalt is reported missing. Army weapon stores are also said to have been robbed. Can you confirm these reports?
I have no information on that at this time.
Madam President!
Madam President!
Is it true that androids make up 60% of the armed forces?
Oh, yeah.
Is our army still able to ensure our homeland security?
We neutralized all military androids the second their reliability came into doubt. We have called the National Guard for reinforcement. Our armed forces are fully operational and are able to ensure our homeland security. Thank you. That will be all.
No more questions. Just realized my phone's nearly flat. Trying to plug it in. All right, so we're Connor. We've got to deal with Amanda again. Let's... Oh, that's right, because Connor can die and respawn. Ah, yes. So this is something we didn't get before, is it? I don't know. Let's have a look. Which are we going? She's over there. Oh, I've taken the wrong damn bridge. This might be unique. Will Connor work against the deviants? Because Connor can respawn. The ability to respawn would be a handy trait to have.
The deviant leader has started a revolution. It's leading an army to take Detroit by force. You have to find it, Connor. Find it and destroy it with your own hands.
Oh, he's on a different... Oh, this could be interesting. So Connor can actually die many times. Rich, he can actually die many times in succession.
Don't give us much time. We've got to move fast.
Vito, you got 10 engines left on your American Truck Simulator modding. All right, let's skip talking to Alice. Because last time we did this, we had to be quick. We weren't fast enough. We could try and leave Luther behind. But Luther actually still pays off. I want to... Actually, would like to skip this chapter if we could. Or I just want to get to the interesting bits with Markus and Connor. That's the different path. This is like the biggest chapter in the damn game, right? Yoink. Maybe we shoot the dudes at the inspection point this time for something different. We didn't do that last time. That's another way we could do it differently.
Please don't hurt me. Shut up on your knees.
What are we gonna do? We have to keep going if we want to catch that bus. Stay close to me.
Yep.
We're going to sneak past them without being noticed.
Yep.
I'm going to make it, Alice. I promise you.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe we will.
Don't kill me. I didn't do anything.
Shut up, I said. Are there many more?
Oh, we still got to do the sneaky sneaks when it's safe. Low risk. Go, go, go.
I hope we don't have to spend the night.
Okay, we can wait for the low risk.
There are soldiers everywhere.
Prompts. That's high risk still. Come on, be efficient.
Come on, get moving. Hurry up. Get in.
Yep. Yep. Go. Low risk. So there's Luther.
Look over there. It's Luther.
How are we doing for time, though?
We can't help him, Alice. The soldiers are everywhere. We can't just leave him. They're going to kill him.
16 minutes. Oh, let's do it. We can fit it in 16 minutes.
Okay, let's go.
It's going to be faster than 5 minutes. Come on. 11 minutes for the safe route that I wanted to take.
Hey, buddy.
This is a mistake. I'm human.
Well, we could have. Maybe we should have just left him.
My wife is expecting
well.
me, and we're going
Got orders to check all civilians.
If she misses the bus, what happens? Does she just... Shit, I'm meant to be looking around. Sorry. Yeah, I've wasted time. I've wasted valuable seconds. Quick. Got him.
Carol, you shouldn't have risked your life to save me. Where's Alice?
She's hiding nearby.
Car, you saved us. We don't know how to thank you.
Go.
So that's Jerry there. So that's another Jerry, right? That's where Jerry comes back into it somehow. Or at least one of them. Another one. There's so many Jerrys.
I was afraid I'd never see you again. I wanted to meet you at the terminal, but they caught me along the way.
Come on. We're close, but we don't have much time.
Yep. This guy out of the way. I'm guessing if you get busted here, some shit can happen too, right? You want to not get busted. Turn around, dickhead. Go. On, time's a ticking. On, go. Get out of the way, turn around, go. How did we do? Did we leave enough time? Let's see.
A checkpoint. We have passports, it should be okay, but you never know.
Maybe we should take the detour and avoid the risk.
We're almost out of time, we could miss the bus.
Yeah, but it might be safer.
Okay, Jews are out. Oh, are you serious? We're at 10 minutes. We've lost. We have not made it. So I'm guessing you must avoid saving Luther then. You don't get a choice. I can't help but suspect the game starts the timer at 10 minutes, whether you're fast or slow in what we just did. All right, checkpoint it is, but we shall be aggressive this time. We're going to go the veto route. We're going to shoot first, ask questions later. Actually,
carry guns.
We'll ask questions and then shoot.
Just stay calm, all right, Luther?
Just to be
Don't do
safe.
anything until I say so.
Let's see. I have no idea what's going to happen.
You do realize there's a curfew? Civilians aren't allowed out unless absolutely necessary. Where are you going?
We're going to take a bus across the border. Put my daughter someplace safe until things calm down.
He suspects something.
Okay.
Stay calm. Everything is fine.
You all right, little girl? She's trembling. Something wrong?
She's sick. A bad flu.
Sorry, miss, but we gotta be careful. There are deviants around and our guys are nervous. You should hurry on home.
Thanks.
Okay, here we go. We'll shoot this time.
Hey, wait a minute.
Do it.
He knows, Kara. They're gonna kill us.
Do it.
Oh, well, that was kind of uneventful, but well done. Although Alice probably gets upset. Poor Alice. Oh, he just picked up...
Just wanted to give me back this.
Yeah, he did now. It's alright. In our real playthrough, we took the noble route. It's all good. That's what I thought would happen.
November 11, 2038 is the day the android people rose up against their oppressors. We've been fighting since dawn to liberate our fellow androids from the camps. We won't cease hostilities until we are free and negotiations begin to grant us equal rights. There are millions of us, and we will stop at nothing.
Public opinion drops because we're being aggressive. This is going to be a more costly route, I reckon, but let's see what happens, just for something different. Oh, it is pretty heavy snow, and this is pretty slow moving. Run! Freedom! Boom! Yeah, in the face. Oh, in the face also. I'm less stressed about these QuickTime events, so I'm actually doing them much better. Plant the flag. Let's do it. Go, go, go. Oh, so what's Connor doing now? This is different. Oh, this is very different. So Connor's back. What's his route? What's he doing? Find a vantage point. Is he going to be a sniper? Oh, just like in the trailer. Is he going to be a sniper to save or ruin the day? Oh, interesting. Okay, okay, let's have a look. It's fun. Is it lyrium? Okay, cool. Well, if we get the option, I'm going to have Connor still help the deviants, help the androids, if it lets us. We'll find out. But about this scene, actually, because it's hinted at in the trailer. But then, yeah, I haven't seen it since, but this is it. We get to choose who he shoots then. Alright, well, that's Markus right there. Oh, Hank comes! Oh, Hank! Hanky boy.
Do this, Connor.
Keep out of this, Lieutenant. It's none of your business.
You're going to kill a man who wants to be free. That is my business.
It's not a man. It's a machine.
That's what I thought for a long time, but I was wrong. Deviant's blood may be a different color than mine. But they're alive.
Hey, Hank really does come round. Friendly, aggressive, reasonable, threatening.
I have a mission to accomplish, Hank. It's best if you just stay out of this. Deviants are a threat to humans, Hank. They're the reason this country's on the brink of civil war. They have to be stopped.
We're in this mess because we refuse to listen to deviants. Humanity never learns from its mistakes, Connor. This time it could be different. Step away from the ledge.
Threaten, plead, Hank-san. Oh, Hank-san.
I know what happened to your son, Hank. It wasn't your fault. A truck skidded on a sheet of ice and your car rolled over. Little Cole had just turned 6.
Shut up! Don't you talk about my son!
We can insist? Connor might get shot again.
He needed emergency surgery. But no human was available to do it, so an android had to take care of him. Poor Cole didn't make it. An android killed your son, Hank, and now you want to save them?
No. Cole died because a human surgeon was too high on red ice to operate. All this time I blamed androids for what happened, but it was the humans' fault.
Yeah.
Him in this fucked up world where the only way people can find comfort is with a fistful of powder. Every time you died and came back, I thought about Cole. I'd have done anything to bring him back too, to hold him in my arms just one more time. But humans don't come back, do they?
Leave or attack? Leave.
Killing you is not part of my mission.
Still can't have Connor attack Hank. Wouldn't be right.
Glad to have met you, Hank. I hope one day you can get over what happened to your son.
Apparently, this bit there's he's on the mission to stop the deviants. Yeah, I don't know what happens next, but there's no way I could bring myself to attack Hank. Come on, Hank's our bro. I was working so hard through our real playthrough to make them become best friends. So
The bus terminal.
oh, there's still the bus terminal scene.
We've arrived, Alice. We made it.
Is this where I should not take the tickets for something different? For more emotional damage, right?
Passengers only. All departures are suspended until further notice.
We don't have tickets. They won't let us on.
Emotional damage?
What are we going to do?
They're checking everyone. It won't take them long to find us.
We need to get out of here.
Why did Alice just let go of our damn hand? Where are you going, Alice? Oh, she's staring at the woman with the baby.
Security check.
So if we give the tickets back, I guess we'll see what happens, right? Because they're not going to be getting on the bus. Is this where it's going to lead to the river route?
That's it. Got the sandwiches. I called your mom. Let's get going before we miss our bus. You got the tickets, right?
Yes, honey, in my bag.
Great. Let's go then.
Conveniently flopped on the ground. All right. Last time we took the tickets and ran. Let's see what happens if we give them back. This might be a sad story, but it's not part of our real playthrough, so it's okay, right? We're not emotionally invested this time. As much. Maybe.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was sure.
Shit, I don't believe it.
I don't know what happened.
You kind of lost them. Did you have a good look in your bag?
They were in my backpack. The envelope must have fallen.
Fuck. Excuse me, you didn't happen to see a blue envelope somewhere, did you? It has our bus tickets in it and... Oh, never mind.
Here you go, you can keep them.
I found this on the floor.
Thank you. Thank you. You saved our lives.
Maybe destroyed our own.
I'm sorry, Alice.
It's okay. You did the right thing.
We'll find another way.
Yeah, I didn't think Luther would love it.
Please don't move.
We didn't look over here.
Girl.
Oh, here's Todd. This is the Todd scene you mentioned.
Security! Over here!
He'll threaten confront.
Don't do this, Todd. They'll kill us if you hand us in. When your wife walked out, she took your daughter away. You couldn't live without her. So you bought yourself an android.
So he didn't destroy them, maybe.
Substitute little girl.
Maybe he didn't kill his wife and daughter.
You thought you could love her, that she would make you forget. But nothing could replace your child.
I just wanted to prove to myself that I was a good father. She was wrong.
You are not a good father. You're a bad person. Yeah.
She was right in the end.
Yeah.
I didn't deserve them.
Correct. Todd's a dick.
But I miss my little girl. You don't know how much I miss my little girl.
Still not worthy, Todd.
Is there a problem, sir?
No. I made a mistake. Sorry.
Good luck. That is different. Thank you, you human train wreck. Oh, Alice, don't forgive him and hug him. He's still a bad person. Oh, she's gonna hug him. No, I don't condone this. Todd is... Stop, Alice. Stop, Alice. Come on, let's go. No, Todd. You are a bad person. He is not worthy of Alice. Absolutely not worthy. All right, can we go through here?
Adam.
Oh, the sun.
Quick! Follow me!
All right. So Rose's son, Adam. But to Alice, he's dad. But a bad, evil dad who constantly abuses her.
We saw the Jericho raid on
Paris
TV.
much better.
I was terrified you might have been killed because of me.
How did you find us?
I knew if you made it, I'd find you here. They're searching for androids door to door. We had to leave before someone turned us in.
What about the others?
They're in the car. Is this where the Jerrys are?
They're checking for androids on the border. But I found a smuggler who can get them across the river.
So this is the river route.
But it's the only way. Coming with us?
Yep.
Yes.
My only concern is, this is a long chapter. The game crashes. It's not saved because we're just replaying elements of the story. But we're over time for what I planned anyway, so I'll keep going to either we finish the story or the game crashes. Right, cross the river time. Don't jinx it. Yeah, I know.
And the situation is escalating towards civil war in Detroit, with our armed forces preparing to put down the android rebellion.
They seem to be headed towards the camps where the androids have been interned pending destruction. Soldiers have taken up positions around the Hart Plaza camp. Authorities seem to be expecting a confrontation with the rebel androids here at any time.
Yeah, well, confrontation's already started. Let's do some more confrontation. Oh, look at all the... Oh, no, they're dead androids over there, I think. Not humans. Freedom or death?
Freedom or death.
Oh, North is planting some very... Only the Sith deal in absolutes. All right, let's do it. Go. Oh, we don't know if Markus or North get killed this time either. They may not make it. Order 66. Execute Order 66.
They've regrouped. They outnumber us and they're better armed than we are.
Yeah, but we're better.
Fast and overwhelm them. That's our only hope.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna get to that fucking camp and free our people.
Yep.
Be careful, Markus. Our people need you.
Right. Aim. Okay, it's not true aiming, but we'll take it. Oh, we've got low risk movement here. Okay, that's one way to do it. Oh, they just got... Oh, covering fire.
Fire!
Low risk, okay. Josh is covering fire. Save him. We gotta save Josh, obviously. Is he gonna die anyway? Well, he's not looking good.
Save me this time, Markus.
Oh, he is gonna die this time.
The blood we spill will be on our hands.
Oh, because he was against the aggressive route. Oh, that's very haunting. Luckily, I'm not emotionally invested in this playthrough of this chapter. That would have been very devastating otherwise.
Cover me!
Probability of success, 48%. That is not high, Markus. There must be other things we could have done. Oh, shit. Oh, it's gone down more. There's a guy there. Inspire him. Stay here, go back. Advance.
You gotta keep going. There's nothing else we can do, all right? Come on.
Yes. Still need to succeed. No, he immediately got gunned down. Holy shit. Not going well, Markus. Not going well at all. Ooh, grenade available. All right, yeah. High risk, though. Low risk. Oh, grenade went off. Okay. No, what I'm really...
Cover me!
What am I meant to... There we go. Ow. Many androids die. High risk. What else have we got? Can we, Is that low risk now? Yep. Okay, a little clunky, but it works. Is that Simon next to us? I think it is. Up we go.
We lost a lot of our people.
This was your idea, Simon.
We'll never reach the camp.
Oh, and down he goes. Simon wounded. How do we change side? What do we do? Can I aim? I can't aim at anything. Cover.
Fire!
Oh, shit, I didn't save. Can I get... Nope, I've skipped Simon. Damn it. And now he's really dead. All right. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, use a dumpster. Coordinate your attack. Prepare to charge or covering fire? Covering fire. What else can we say? Prepare to charge.
In position.
Let's go.
Follow me.
63%. All right, we're getting better with our chance because we're making...
Move forward.
That Simon? No.
Down everything that moves.
Oh, that is a big ass gun. All right, prepare. You guys will need to cover fire. Game has crashed. God damn it. Maybe you're right, Delenn. I did jinx it. Things weren't going particularly well here. I can't do anything. I don't think it's going to come back. I don't know why, but Detroit seems to think it's lost connectivity to a graphics device. Ugh. All right, let's just load it up, but I don't think it's going to let us continue. And we don't have the time to replay the whole chapter. That's a big chapter. That was going downhill, though. Would have been maybe interesting to see Kara's river thing. The game is not stable, much like the androids. Yeah, I really don't know why it's so unstable, to be honest.
I haven't seen you for a while.
Because I'm not overclocked. I'm not forcing the widescreen tonight either. I said continue. Where's it going to take us from? The last chapter when we're at the border. Yeah, that's not what we're after. No emotional damage for us tonight. It would seem so. I do apologize that we don't get to see the end of that chapter playing out, but we kind of get the gist, I guess. And because it's not really what we did in our playthrough, I'm not too worried about it. It would have been interesting to see what happens with Kara on that path, but I'm happy to escape some emotional damage, right? Emotional damage! So we might just park it there. I'm sorry that didn't quite pan out. And if you were hoping to see that play through, I do apologize. I wasn't necessarily expecting to have to play that whole massive chapter all the way through. It was cool to see that Connor, once again, dies and has to reboot and still gets to have that sort of friendship interaction with Hank.
I'm tired today.
Could not bring myself to fight Hank, though, so I'm glad for that. And thank you, Chloe. Yes, I am actually a bit tired today, which is one of the reasons we were going to be doing a shorter stream tonight, but it has ended up being a full-sized stream at this stage. Cool, so we probably are going to park it here. I am unlikely to take it much further. Maybe if we have some time on a weekend or something, or if there's enough demand, we can try and attempt doing that chapter through different eyes and different angles again. But let me know in chat or in Discord if you do really want to come back to this. It's still fun, yeah. It definitely is fun experiencing this. Like, I'm glad to be doing these angles in a less emotionally invested way, because it would just be too rough otherwise. All right, so Delan, what are we playing on Thursday? At this stage, we're probably going to do Dead Space, the remake, which is what you all have been asking for and suggesting in Discord. Speaking of which, why don't I actually do another Discord plug right now? So we will probably proceed with Dead Space. That's going to be a short game like this one, similar length, I think. So it's probably 2 to 2.5 weeks, perhaps. It's a horror game. I haven't really played horror games in general. Alan Wake is borderline horror, but not quite. So Dead Space, I think, is what we'll do. It was either that or God of War, and I figure, well, maybe we'll save God of War for a later point. But I am open to suggestions. You've got until the end of, I guess, tomorrow night to sway me. I was leaning between either the likes of Spider-Man, God of War, or Dead Space. God of War would be fun, but it is a longer game. And then to go straight into The Witcher. All depends, because The Witcher 3 Remaster is our next major game playthrough. But there still is a few little issues with some mods and some patches. So I was going to hold off a little bit longer. So we might do Dead Space. Potentially, we then could still do God of War or another short game if people's got an idea for another short game. But we'll see. Dead Space is about 20 hours. Yeah, so that might be a good length for us then.
Doing okay.
And it's brand new, and it's something different, and it's exciting, and I don't know, maybe you can watch me squeal and squirm in the horror and the action. We'll see what happens. But chat to me on Discord if you've got any other ideas or preferences. But we'll probably move on to onto Dead Space. I don't need to do any mods for it. It supports widescreen already, so that's all good. I just need to purchase and download it, and then we should be good to go, theoretically. That's it. Thank you to our Patreon sponsors, the likes of which we've had some of them present in the chat tonight. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you very much. You enable us to do these extra things, and I love having your support and your inspiration as a result. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. But aside from that, yeah, that's it. That's the end of Detroit Become Human. Lots of cool stuff. A few frustrating things in this, but overall, good game. Do recommend, but be prepared for emotional damage. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Rich. Glad you've been able to come along. I do recommend, it's not a really long game, so if you are interested in the story, it is worth watching either the live streams that we have done, which are on YouTube, or the high definition episodes, which are going to start making their way onto YouTube in a couple of weeks. Either way, very good game. Looks beautiful as well. Looks amazing. All right. This has been Nerdiness. I've been Shade. You have been awesome, as always. And I look forward to kicking off our next game. And we'll see where that takes us. I'll see you there.
This is where it all began. The world's forge.
The company has allocated a specialized model to assist investigators.
How do I know you are not a deviant?
They are not machines!
I could take you there.
Get away!
Find Jericho!
I know someone who can help you.
This is our story.